Well, hello. Okay, so if you clicked on this, hopefully you either are a gamer who likes Sony PlayStation or a gamer who likes Microsoft Xbox, or maybe you like both. Maybe you have been in the gaming community and been in either witnessed or been a part of a conversation that involved bashing of one side or the other and came across the term fanboy and saw the banter, saw the trolling. Maybe it was toxic, maybe it was sad and pitiful, maybe it was entertaining. Who knows? So I want to dead this ish for me, because I'm tired of going on posts and videos and attempting to have a conversation, a mature, rational conversation, and having to deal with the overwhelming majority of people where the minute you say something positive about Microsoft or something positive about Sony, they automatically want to label you a fanboy. And I'm tired of it. So let me start with number one. Number one, the so-called console war, which was a marketing thing that was used or done, or however we went about it, whether it was created by the companies or whether we created it as a customer base or as a media, or the media, whoever came up with that and did their marketing or whatever. It's been around for many years. The console war, and please, this is an open forum, so comment below if you disagree with my definition, or with anything that I say. In regard to the console war, so I'm gonna state what I understand it to be, and then you let me know if you agree or if it's something else. I understand the console war to have been, in the past, who sold the most consoles. That was what the war was, or that was how you determined who won, who sold more. Okay? So if I say, according to the facts that you can research online from independent companies and entities that do the fact finding and checking of sales, Sony PlayStation from 1 to PS4 has outsold Microsoft every single time. Just by saying that does not make you a fanboy. You're stating facts. Okay? So that's just number one. Can we start there? Can we at least have a decent conversation and just start right there? Because unfortunately, some people thought that the 360 had outdid the PS3. And if you check, it did in its prime. And for a while it did. But PS3 caught up. Check your sources. PS3 caught up and surpassed them by just a little bit. But as we all know, a win is a win. That's no fanboy talk. It's just facts. And you can cite, you can go and get the sources, but I was so glad to hear other people, Xbox fans, and just people who are mature enough to accept truth, to say they cited and gave credit to Mystic, a YouTuber who I watch as well, for bringing that to his attention, because he did not know. The sales continued. So even though people thought 360 had won, they didn't. Case in point, a friend of mine who called me out on sounding fanboyish on one of my videos on this channel, which I totally understood, and I that's why I made another video. But I think is still probably under the belief that the 360 outsold the PS3, and when I told him that's not true, he never came back to me. He just like, I don't know where you're getting your information from. Well, check the sources. So, but neither here nor there. I guess, in time, when people come around, they come around. But these are just facts, okay? Now, in regard to my video where it came across like I was being fanboyish or bashing, the reason why is because, like other people, and I'm so glad to expose myself to other people who have thousands of followers and do this professionally, and they've said the same thing. I, too, have fallen prey to getting involved in the kind of toxicity conversation because you're goaded into it. Because here's the thing, when you're trying to have a rational conversation and somebody, like I said, the things that I've stated, when I state that Sony has won all the console so-called wars or sold more than Xbox, immediately I'm labeled as a fanboy. Immediately I'm attacked. Or if I see somebody else bashing, like, you know, I'm looking to get a PS5 and people are like, oh, that's trash and it's so weak, and you're just, you know, you people are just sad because you're getting screwed by your company, and, you know, just all these negative things. I might speak to it and say, like, y'all need to just chill, you know, or whatever. But again, if you say anything positive about a particular company, for whatever reason, you got these immature people, whatever they are, whoever they are, you know, coming sideways. So I want to dead that. I want to dead that and state it for the record and state facts. Just because you're stating facts does not make you a fanboy. For example, let's go to the other side for Microsoft. Microsoft is doing big time moves. You know, purchasing Bethesda. Hey, hats off, applaud them, clap them up, whatever. Getting ready to position themselves to acquire GameStop again. You know, the Game Pass. All of that is great. Great moves. It's good for competition. How it goes long term, we'll all find out. Me personally, and a sizable portion of people, most likely, just based on the fact that the last console sold 2 to 1, you know, PS4 over Xbox One 2 to 1, like more than double the sales. So I fall in a majority group. Along with people who bought both consoles. Okay, so let's keep it 100. There are many people who like both, and there's nothing wrong with that. So here's the thing, like, Microsoft doing the Game Pass. That's where I was at. So doing the Game Pass, it's not something that appeals to me, because I know there are months throughout a year where a game is not coming out that I'm interested in. Games may come out, but I might not be interested in them. So I might go months without buying a new game. So why would I be paying a monthly fee if I'm not even interested in the games that are coming out? And the games that Xbox talks about coming out on day one that you're going to have access to are only the ones coming from their studio. Those are not other third-party games that you might really, really be interested in. So again, it's for a specific demographic. And so just because we say, or anybody says, that I'm not interested in that particular product, why all of a sudden does that person become a target to be bashed? Just because they don't like Game Pass doesn't mean, oh, you're stupid because it's such a great deal. And I said this to somebody before. It's like you're trying to sell meat to a vegan. If they're not interested in it, why are you trying to force it on them? Why are you trying to make them feel bad for not eating meat? Why are you trying to make them feel bad because they don't like Game Pass or want Game Pass? Now, on the other side, that also means, and this is for mature people who understand, you don't go bashing it just because you don't like it. If you don't like Game Pass, just say, hey, it's not my taste, it's not my flavor. It sounds good, and I'm glad you like it, and leave it at that. Okay? That's where I am. And if you don't, read my post or understand me in that way, then now you get to understand me because I'm talking to you face to face. At least you're watching the video and you're hearing me from my face and my mouth. You're hearing it directly from the source. Because, see, I'm not some little kid on here playing games, and I talk facts. I'm not here playing games. I'm not some Sony fanboy. I'm not no Xbox fanboy. I'm not going to be owned by some company. I know that the companies are out for their bottom line and their stockholders, and that's what it's always going to be about, and it's about getting the money. So it is what it is. I'm not in favor of companies like EA buying and monopolizing, the football game situation, so that they're the only ones that can make a football game. It doesn't make sense. It's a little bit different when it comes to Sony and Microsoft getting studios. Kind of the same, but a little bit different variables, But you know what? It's neither here nor there. What I would also like to say is the fact that the so-called gaming console war, we can dead it. We can end it. It's done. Like, it's been, darn near 20 years? Over 20 years? And we've had a clear winner every time. And right now, according to Microsoft, their number one priority is the Xbox Game Pass. Second, the xCloud. Third, PC, and then the Xbox console. That is their priority, according to sources. I forgot where I got the source from, so forgive me. But it was from somebody who was quoting someone who worked for Xbox. So I remember that much. I do know that this was a direct quote from someone who worked for Microsoft as far as what their priorities were. So, so again, if that's the company's stance and the company's priority, then fanboys, calm down. If the console is their last priority, not to say it's not a priority, but in tier, it's not their number one priority. This is not even, we're not even doing a game console, this, that, and the third. Bottom line, can we just stop the bashing? And I know we can't stop trolls, we can't stop fanboys. They're gonna be who they are, sheep gonna be sheep. But if somebody states facts, don't, for the people who can hear, for the people who want to be mature, just don't. If it's something that you don't like, that's not your taste, you don't have to bash it. Just say, hey, it's not for me. Can we just do that? Okay? And just because you hear somebody else say something, like they say that, hey, the Xbox system is this strong and that powerful, cool, that's great. I don't have to bash it because what I like doesn't have that feature or option. I'm going to enjoy what I have, and they're going to enjoy what they have. You don't have to bash. You don't have to bash Xbox. You don't have to bash Sony. Now, we get it. We live in a world where it's all about memes and making jokes. We're going to have it. We laugh at it. We see it all the time. It happens all day long. So it's par for the course, so to speak. But if we're going to, I would like to be able to have conversations in the gaming community, in the comment section of the videos that I enjoy watching, and the content creators that are producing these contents, producing the content that they share. I would like to be able to have legitimate conversations without always having to go from having a conversation to defending myself or going on the attack because somebody attacked me. Like, it's a waste of time. I'm not about that. But real talk, if you coming for me and you want to talk that craziness, I'm gonna do this video just like this. I'm gonna call your name out and make it be plain, because see, I'm not a Twitter finger person. I've never used my Twitter account. I set up a Twitter account to see Michael Jackson's funeral, and that was it. So the Twitter finger battle, the texting and all that, whatever. I'm about this, but, and see, again, it ain't even that serious. We talking about gaming. It's supposed to be fun. This is a hobby, and it's an expensive hobby. So can we just be about the game and have fun with it? Tell me about the game you like. Tell me, what's your favorite game on the Xbox? What do you love about this, that, and the third? Because maybe you can say something about it that they're like, I didn't know about that. I might want to check that out. It could be like that. So you're actually making a friend instead of an enemy. How about that? Same thing for Sony. If you're enjoying something, why can't we talk about what we enjoy instead of bashing somebody else for what they don't know about? Because again, for me, there's not a Bethesda title that I played Fallout, and it just wasn't for me. I played Dishonored 2, I think. It was like a free download game on PlayStation Pass one time, and it was okay, but I kind of got a headache a little bit because of the BioShock kind of style first-person thing. Again, and there are certain first-person shooters I like, and Destiny 2, I enjoy it. I don't play it that much as I would like to, but, I like it. It's Bungie. So, I liked Gears of War. Halo was okay. I liked it when, Halo was the first game that I was able to play multiplayer with 4 people at the same time. I'm pretty sure that was on, I think that was on Xbox 360. Headset, the whole 9 yards. That was my first, that was that was when, when I saw some of the other content creators, when they did the videos about the Xbox 360, that was when I had the Elite and the headset and the whole 9. It was good times. It was good times, big time. It was fun. That was definitely when I was, on that. I love the controller, the whole 9 yards. So, but as we moved on, once you move on to another system, there was just nothing that there was just more on the other side, or more on the Sony side, that I personally wanted to do or get, and I wasn't financially in a position where I was going to just do both consoles. And then with the Xbox One, there was nothing ever said that was like, oh, you just really have to get it. With the 360, there were a lot of things that were said at the time that which is why they did so well with that system. So now with the Xbox One series, I'm sorry, with the Xbox Series X, I'm hearing good things about the console itself, but when it comes to the games, nothing has grabbed me yet. Doom's not gonna grab me. Even the Halo Infinite's probably not gonna grab me. Um, not right now. Who knows? Years down the road, we'll see. But the Game Pass definitely not gonna grab me. When you got Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, uh, a car note, and monthly bills, and all this other stuff, whether it be season passes for all these other things like Disneyland and Six Flags, and a gym membership or whatever, which I've kind of eliminated. But the last thing I want to do is add another bill, a monthly bill, that I'm going to have to pay for, even if I'm paying for it a year, because I'm going to keep my PlayStation Plus or whatever. But I don't feel like I need to get another monthly bill, even $10, which you probably wouldn't want to do that. If you're going to do it, I would imagine you would go the full board and get the gold. So again, just for me, it just doesn't make sense. Like what I said, there's going to be months that go by that I'm probably not looking to buy a game. So why am I steady spending money every month if I'm not looking to buy a game? And again, on the mature tip, I realize when I take inventory, I got so many games I haven't played that I bought, that I haven't beat or whatever. And it's like, dude, calm down, slow your roll, stop thinking you got to buy every new thing that comes out. Play what you got. You spent the money on it, play what you got. So that's just that. Hopefully this helps. Because again, it gets tiring and frustrating. You hear it in the content creators. I've heard it in the content creators. Everybody's getting tired of the fanboy stuff. It's old. It's old. And we are literally, like, honestly, this is our gaming community. This is the platform that we're most likely going to be communicating in. So if we clean it up, the better we'll be able to enjoy it. And since we're going to be doing all this cross gaming, let's connect, not disconnect. So, because I mean, heck, they shutting down the stores and the whole 9 yards, and GameStop was already trash before Microsoft came in. So, if we're gonna connect and enjoy our gaming community while we still have one that's healthy, with good content and things of that nature, let's do that. Because unfortunately, the more I'm looking at things, the more I'm also seeing the hand of the companies in the content creators. I can see who's been kind of slid some stuff to say certain things, and it's starting to be like the political scene. It's starting to be like, oh, you're saying that because they paid you to say that. You're marketing for them. And I get it, because that's their livelihood. I get it, but I'm gonna be no realer. You gonna get the real from me. I'm not gonna be controlled by nobody. If it comes to a point where somebody's sliding me some money or whatever, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Obviously, I'm not nowhere near that. So for now, and for as long as I'm doing me, you're gonna get all 101 truth. So leave a comment. Let me know what you feel about it. Because like I said, I just don't got time for the stupid stuff. I'm for the real. Mamba Squad, no realer out.